Imagine texting your father, asking when he's coming home. He replies, "I'm busy." The next day, another message arrives. "I had an accident." You believe him, because why wouldn't you? What you don't know is that your father has already been dead for days, and the person sending those messages is his killer. Tonight, we're talking about one of South Korea's most chilling murder cases, the story of Lee Ki-young. Welcome to the podcast, You Can't Unhear. It was Christmas morning, December 25th, 2022. While most families across South Korea were celebrating together, a woman named Kim entered her boyfriend's apartment in Goyang. Her boyfriend, Lee Ki-young, was in the hospital after injuring his hand during a fight the previous evening. Before leaving, he'd asked Kim to stop by his apartment, feed his dog and cat, and check on the place. She had the door code. Nothing seemed unusual. The apartment was surprisingly clean. The air smelled fresh. Everything appeared perfectly normal, until she started looking for the pet food. After searching the kitchen and storage cabinets without success, Kim walked into Lee's bedroom. As she approached the wardrobe, she noticed a terrible smell. At first, she assumed a small animal had died somewhere inside. When she opened the closet, she found several cardboard boxes stacked neatly together. Curious, she began moving them aside. The smell became stronger. Then, behind the final box, she saw what no one expects to find inside a wardrobe. A human body, curled up, badly decomposed. Panic, she immediately called police. The timing couldn't have been stranger. Only hours before, a woman named Hannah had reported her father missing. Her father, Mr. Choi, had spent more than 3 decades driving a taxi. He was known for being dependable. If he worked late, he always came home. But 5 days earlier, he disappeared. At first, the family wasn't overly concerned. Messages kept arriving from his phone. "I'm busy. I'm out of town. Don't wait up." Everything sounded believable, until Christmas morning. A message claimed he'd caused a fatal traffic accident and was dealing with police. Something felt wrong. Hannah checked with authorities. No such accident existed. She filed a missing person report. Just hours later, police found a body inside Lee Ki-young's apartment. It was her father. Lee was arrested almost immediately. At first, he admitted killing Mr. Choi, but he insisted it had all started with a drunk driving accident. According to Lee, he accidentally struck the taxi. Afraid that another DUI conviction would send him back to prison, he invited Mr. Choi to his apartment to settle the matter privately. Once there, he killed him. To investigators, the explanation raised more questions than answers. Avoiding a drunk driving charge by committing murder made little sense. So they kept digging. The deeper investigators looked, the stranger Lee Ki-young became. Born in 1991, he had spent years building an entirely fictional life. Friends believed he came from a wealthy family. He claimed to own luxury cars, multiple homes, and successful businesses. In reality, he was unemployed, deeply in debt, and surviving through constant deception. People who knew him later described someone who seemed incapable of telling the truth. Many Korean media outlets began referring to him as a pathological liar. Though no official diagnosis was ever confirmed, his compulsive fabrications became one of the defining characteristics of the case. His criminal record revealed another disturbing pattern. Over nearly a decade, Lee had repeatedly been arrested for drunk driving. On one occasion, he dragged a police officer with his vehicle while trying to escape arrest. He served multiple prison sentences, yet each release was followed by another offence. By December 2022, another DUI conviction could have carried severe consequences. Investigators now believed that fear, combined with financial desperation, may have motivated the murder. Security cameras later reconstructed what happened. Lee's vehicle likely collided with Mr. Choi's taxi. The damage wasn't catastrophic. Mr. Choi stepped out. The two men argued. Lee then suggested settling the matter privately at his apartment. For Mr. Choi, it probably sounded reasonable. He expected compensation. Instead, he never left alive. After the killing, Lee concealed the body inside the wardrobe. He cleaned the apartment, used air fresheners, then carried on with his life, as though nothing had happened. What happened next shocked even veteran investigators. Lee began using Mr. Choi's taxi to earn money. He spent the victim's cash, used his debit and credit cards, bought expensive items, even purchased an engagement ring for his girlfriend. Perhaps most disturbing, he continued replying to messages from Mr. Choi's worried daughter. Each text delayed the family's search, buying Lee more time. Then investigators discovered something even darker. The apartment didn't belong to Lee. It belonged to a 50-year-old woman named Ms. Young, who had mysteriously disappeared months earlier. When questioned, Lee eventually admitted he had killed her too. According to his confession, they argued over money. She wanted him to stop depending on her financially. He became enraged, killed her, and disposed of her body near the Paju River. Despite extensive searches involving divers, boats, and drones, her remains have never been recovered. Without a body, many questions remain unanswered. Police also discovered Lee had continued living in Ms. Jung's apartment after her disappearance. He used her phone, spent her money, drove her car, paid bills using her accounts. To neighbours, nothing appeared unusual. The woman had simply vanished. This pattern alarmed investigators. If Lee could hide one victim, then another, could there be more? Authorities reopened several missing person cases connected to his past. In the end, they found no evidence linking him to additional murders, but suspicion lingered. In April 2023, prosecutors sought the death penalty. They argued Lee had carefully planned both killings, profited from his victims, and repeatedly deceived investigators. 1 month later, the court reached its decision. Rather than execution, Lee Ki-young received life imprisonment. The judges cited the brutality of the crimes, his complete lack of remorse, and the devastating impact on both families. Today, he remains behind bars. Looking back, the violence itself is only part of what makes this case so unsettling. Lee didn't fit most people's image of a murderer. He was polite, well-spoken, friendly. The people closest to him believed they knew him. But behind the carefully crafted image was someone living almost entirely through lies. And perhaps that's the most frightening lesson. Not every predator announces themselves through anger or intimidation. Some wear a smile. Some earn your trust. Some convince you they're exactly who they want you to believe. Until one day, the mask slips. And by then, it's already too late. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe. I'll see you on the next episode of the podcast You Can't Unhear.